Thanks for tuning in. I'm Margaret Hunter-Wade, and you're watching Cox Connections only on Cox 9. Whether you've experienced a show inside Shaftman Performance Hall, an educational opportunity at the Music Lab, attended a community event at the Fralin Atrium, or have visited one of the many nonprofits that call Jefferson Center home, it's the performance beyond the stage that creates the magic that is the Jefferson Center. That's the drive behind the recently announced campaign to raise funds above what is needed for daily operations. The Jefferson Center's Executive Director, Cyrus Pace, is here to tell us about it. Hey, Cyrus.
Hi.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So, new campaign,
Yep.
Performance Beyond. Give us a quick overview.
Sure. It's a $4 million campaign. We're excited to announce primarily that we've raised a bit over $2 million already in the silent phase, and we've just gone public with the campaign. And this campaign does a few different things for us. We sort of think of ourselves as having three phases of history at Jefferson Center, which are our three main things that we do for the community. Phase one is when Jefferson High School was recreated into the Jefferson Center Foundation and what it does today in tenant leasing and event space and short-term rentals. And then phase two is when Shaftman Performance Hall came online, and we started really truly having a community theater in the Roanoke Valley. And of course we do our own shows there, and we rent the facility out to Opera Roanoke or Roanoke Symphony or many different dance groups and those sort of things. And the third phase for us is when the Music Lab found its home at Jefferson Center about 5 years ago. And this campaign is about supporting all of the things that we've done over that 25 years, all of those different stages, to make sure that they're financed well, that they're sustainable, and that they're doing really stable work.
Okay. Can you break down each of those three and the funding and how it's going to, benefit, or what the community is going to see from it?
Sure, absolutely. Of the $4 million, $2.5 million of it is readily needed acute capital needs. So those are things that aren't necessarily visible, but things like HVAC, so the heating and air conditioning systems.
The non-glamorous
The non-glamorous stuff, it'll be common area carpets or upfits to our tenant spaces like Apple Ridge Farm or one of the community schools that are there. We're going to spend money in those spaces to make sure they have a really good, viable space for the work that they do for the community. So that's $2.5 million of the dollars. Another $1 million will be placed into our existing Fralin endowment, which allows us to offset money for long-term sustainability of those capital needs. So at that point, it'll be to $1.5 million, which will offset hopefully $50,000 to $75,000 a year to help us more responsibly be a steward of the building itself. And then the last $500,000 is going to be used in our programming and education departments to help us reach our potential to do good in the community. And that's going to be everything from having the risk capital necessary to book shows that we might not otherwise be able to do. It's to underwrite the positions necessary in the Music Lab to make sure we have really good, solid educational leadership, so that program is doing its best work. And so we like that this campaign includes mechanisms for long-term stability and really meeting our potential in all those different categories.
Sure, absolutely, and kind of something for everybody along the way. So $2 million raised in the silent campaign, which is excellent. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How'd y'all go about doing that?
Well, we of course went through the work of making sure we talked to our closest friends, the people who've been there from the very beginning, and then just the very diligent work from our development staff and our campaign leadership team. Susan France and Eddie Amos, who are board members, who are campaign leadership, and then Amy Milberger, our development director. And so it's grant writing, it's sitting down with individual donors, it's doing all the things that you'd imagine one would need to do to get to that point. We've got initial support from the Norfolk Southern Foundation, from the Horace Fralin Foundation, the Fralin family, and Roanoke Women's Foundation have already stepped up and supported the campaign, along with a long list of other individual donors. And so in this public side, we're looking at many of the same folks and talking to corporations, and really our only failure is if there isn't a mechanism for everyone to give, because it's going to need support to get to that $4 million from anyone. And that's everyone who can give $5 to the people who can give $500,000. It's all of those people.
So what's your when you approach somebody about it, how are you kind of selling this to the public? Why should people be supporting this capital campaign? Well, or not capital campaign, but your campaign.
The campaign, yeah. I tell the story of Jefferson Center, basically. I say, even though that that there are multiple mechanisms for supporting the campaign, this campaign is really about the people inside the building and the work that happens inside of it. And we want to make sure that that work continues, whether you come to Jefferson Center to engage or benefit from one of the services provided by the organizations that live there. Maybe you're renting Fitzpatrick Hall for an event, for a business meeting, or for a wedding or a birthday party, or whether you're coming there to see a show or see your daughter dance on the stage with one of the dance companies, whatever it is, that's the work that we're actually protecting through this campaign. We tell people that by supporting an HVAC or a heating and air problem, that they're supporting the organizations and the events and the experiences that happen in that building. That's the real key, and that's the stuff that's closest to people's hearts. You know,
absolutely.
They remember seeing Wynton Marsalis and the Jazz at Lincoln Center Orchestra. Their only chance in Roanoke to see that was in our performance hall. You know, and so that's the message.
This is great information, and I wish you the best of luck with your campaign. Thank you for sharing it with us, and we'll let people know how they can get more information.
Great.
So thank you.
Thanks.
For more information on how you can give to the Performance Beyond the campaign for Jefferson Center, go to jeffcenter.org/support/donate. You can also mail your donation by using the address on your screen. Before you go, I want to personally thank you for choosing Cox Communications for your entertainment, information, and communication needs. We know you could have chosen another provider, but because you chose us, we promise to provide you with quality products backed up by a talented local team of professionals. I'm Margaret Hunter Wade, and we'll see you next time on Cox Connections.